Hello, the beautiful people. Welcome back to another video, to the YouTube video. I'm so excited to be here actually and give you guys a live update. As the title of the video says, I'm getting married. Oh, finally, guys, finally. It's happening. I'm just joking. The title is just to pull you in and come closer so that I tell you all the juicy stuff that have happened over the past few months. This is my life update ever since I moved back to Namibia. And girl, boy, hasn't it been it's tough? Hasn't it been tough? I really don't think it has been that tough though. No. Basically, I'm gonna give you guys a life update according to the hierarchy of like 8 pillars of life, but I might not finish all the 8 pillars of life. I will give you guys life update from career, relationships, finances, what other, like I'm a life coach. That's why I'm talking about 8 pillars of life. And by the way, on the side note, shameless plug, let me just invite you all to join the Global Mindset Coaching Academy that I host as a life coach on Instagram, on Facebook, but generally, like, this is my business of coaching. I'm a life coach, certified and well experienced, well knowledged on various issues like self confidence, relocation back home, or moving abroad, are different issues in life. I can actually help you navigate that. So, this is to say, if you need a life coach, I'm your girl. I'm your girl. Email me or just send me a WhatsApp. I will leave all my details about coaching in the description box. Now, let's get back to the life update. Where do I start with life updating? I moved back to Namibia 2024 April. So I'm about, this is January, so February, March, April. So I'm about like nine months in Namibia right now. And should I say I've fully immersed myself being a Namibian, or have I really gotten comfortable being back home? My spirit is still fighting to be abroad. Like, that is the whole truth. My spirit, the Africanness is me is coming out. My spirit is feeling like I'm at home, but I still feel like there's just this skyline that the mind goes through, especially when it comes to hard days and also just experiences. Like, I feel I'm comfortable being home, but I still feel there is something, there's just that something. But this is not to say I want to go abroad, but this is just the reality. And one thing that I've noticed is actually true truth can exist in one sentence, like the truth of me being home, but also the truth of me feeling like I don't belong home. That is like duality of reality. I saw this in someone's vlog talking about the two contradictory stories being in one sentence, and I think that is actually what is happening to me as well. Um, because I've already been used to a lifestyle that is more than living in Africa, maybe in a way. But this is not to say people living in Africa are not having this good life. But and it's not even about whether life is good or bad, but it's just that feeling, the way I think, the way I do things, the way I navigate self issues or problems. Like, for me, when there's a problem, I don't look at it like, oh, I'm so sad, I have a problem. No, I look at it like, oh, this is another opportunity for me to solve the puzzle. That type of mentality is still within me, and I cannot tone it down to fit in. So I feel that abstract of being comfortable being home but still feel like you want to be somewhere else. But I realized over a few months that I'm the only one who can create that reality and comfort for myself. So what I do now is try to be just living in my own circle, in my own bubble, and literally just creating the life that I desire. For example, in my coaching academy, I'm hosting a book club, or a book club that will be reading 10 books for the whole of 2025. If you want to join the book club, if you're Namibian, if you want to join the book club, Rosalia Shiweva Book Club 2025, let me know as well in the comment section. The book club will basically be a place where like-minded people meet and they speak about things, reading, and also just creating this lifestyle, because as a person who likes intellect, so I'm creating that bubble, creating small environments that can actually nourish my spirit. So for example, I've created a book club that I will be starting in February, and the slots are still open. Another shameless plug. The book club is one. I've also creating a running club where I am inviting like-minded people who are interested in fitness to join me on the journey. Another club that I've created is Smart Finance Club. That's also in the Global Mindset Coaching Academy. Another shameless plug. So this is to say I am creating these small bubbles of me feeling comfortable and having this very fulfilling lifestyle that I desire, right? Because when I was abroad, I could easily get that through other friends. We are doing the same thing. We are reading, we are running, we are trying to be the best versions, and still that thing in me of being the best version is still in me, but I'm just trying to fit in. How can I have it locally? How can I have it locally in Africa, in my home country? Because one thing that I felt when I was leaving China, because by the way, I've lived in China for 12 years. One thing that I've been feeling when I was leaving China is I wanted to be in a place where there's a community that I can access and impact. I wanted to be with people who are really are tangible, and I'm able to suck out the love and get that good nourishment from them. This is what I wanted when I was leaving the abroad life, to come back to Africa, to come back to Namibia, my home country. So having said that, despite the challenge of navigating relocation, right now I need to find how can I still have the same life but just in my home country. So same life but in my home country, and I guess that is the biggest thing that I've been navigating. So let's come down to the pillars of life. uh, Relocating has been a story on its own, and I'm still really adjusting and putting myself in position. But this is not to say I am craving to be in another country. I feel so much relaxed. I feel so good at home. I mean, the feeling is fleeting, right? Feelings are fleeting, but at the same time, there's this nourishment, this companionship, this community that I've been yearning for so long. And now I can finally get it in my own home country. And this is not to say it's bad living abroad. No, I really love my life abroad. But at the same time, I mean, sorry, I'm recording outside. At the same time, I was just having this, I was just done. My mind was just done. And if you are abroad and you are listening to this is not to trash talk being abroad. Really, it's lovely. It was a great experience, but it was just my time to come back. And also another thing that I noticed is people will ask you like, so how is it in Africa? Like it's so hard. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. But the reality is home is home. And if you want to be back in Africa, you just want to be back in Africa, and that's it. There's no convincing of saying whether it's like, life, I think we create the life that we desire. And for me, I'm one person who really wants like to put in the action in the life that I desire. I'm intentional with my lifestyle. So I think you can create the life that you desire anywhere in the world. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. And so I've been rambling already, but let me give you guys a holistic and whole grand scope of kind of what has been going on ever since coming back home. So when I arrived in April, I didn't announce that to my friends abroad or to my friends locally. I just took time to rest in like April. I was with family only. May, I was with family. And then I had this grand idea to say, I'm just gonna go back to my village, like local village. You know what I mean? And then I had this grand idea to say, I'm going to go to the local village and stay there with my mom while I'm running my coaching business. And I was like, I do not need to look for a job because I'm already well experienced. I'm going to just create my business. I'm going to just live my life. It's a business owner, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Yeah, that lasted for a while. But when I was in the village where my mom and my dad are, they started asking questions like, when are you going to look for a job? And what they want to hear is you being in an office and actually working for someone. That's what they want to hear, so that they can talk to their friends and say, oh yeah, Rosalia is here, blah blah blah. And that's, everyone is like, literally everywhere I go, like, so where are you working? Like, this question, it's so annoying, but at the same time it's like you're still trying to figure out your life, and then there's this so much pressure coming up from the outside because people are trying to create the value, like, so now you're back home, so what are you doing with your life? So she came back and she doesn't have a job. Like, this is the actual pressure that I am still experiencing actually the pressure around. And some people even get a chance to ask my siblings about my life, and I'm just like, yo. But the good thing is the noise is outside, is exterior, and it's not internal. So May, that was May, June, July, and then I've been trying to find a job from here and there. Honestly, I cannot lie, trying to find a job. um and then later on I realized that a lot of jobs that we people who come from abroad, especially from China, we are only having the opportunity to work for Chinese company in Namibia. In a way, hear me out, hear me out. Apart from that is jobs, that the government jobs, which they will take you in because you have been a beneficiary for funding and stuff. They will take you in. I mean, the government is trying to provide employment for everyone. That's not a problem. Now, now, this update is so long. I think I'm at career now. I'm getting lost, but I'm at career now. Speaking about looking for a job, right? And so later on, I noticed that I could easily get a job with Chinese companies, but the only thing is the what they are actually offering is really not even considering whether you have a master, whether you have this great skill, whether you they're not considering all that thing. They're only considering that you are Namibian and you can speak Chinese, and then they'll give you a job. And for me, I was just like, I was just like, really? Like really? Like honestly, like really? Like let's understand. Like really. So I went for interviews here and there, and I'm just like, okay, fine, whatever, whatever. And honestly, it's not fair. Like, it is not fair to actually knowing that you have so much to offer, and that's what they're offering you, and they're not even looking at whether you have whatever. I mean, like, they appreciate that you're good, you can be here, but in the grand scope of things, they're really not value placed on what you are capable of. Instead of just like filling gaps, we have created 5,000 jobs in Namibia. That's it. But what is the value? I mean, especially at the entry level. I don't know about other people. Entry level, that is really like, yeah, that's what I felt. And then I was like now going hard. Like, I think months passed by, and then I was like applying for more jobs, and I was just like, oh my gosh, what? Some months I really don't feel like doing it because I feel like I need a very good job, a very good one, very very good one, and I believe I can do more than just entry. Like, yeah, I can do entry jobs, but I do have experience, I do have qualifications, so I deserve a good job. But the funny thing that I fast forward realized, in Africa, in developing country, in maybe this country that we are in, fast forward I realized that there's not really something called value. It's just something called like connection, blah 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 blah, a lot of things. There are so many factors. And fast forward for me, I was just like, you know what, let me rest. So I've been resting from job hunting, but I'll still resume to look for an opportunity. Now, what has been thriving is I've been content creating, I've been coaching, I've been building my business from bottom up, and I feel like it has been a journey on its own as a business owner. Now, as a coach and a content creator, actually, when I call myself a business owner, it's called, that means I'm running my creative business of content creation and coaching, which I really do enjoy. And because I am doing something that I like, I am not failing to show up every single day. But I've been feeling tired to actually come here and update YouTube, because YouTube requires a lot of years. And by the way, let's celebrate 7 years anniversary on YouTube. But don't ask how much money I've made on YouTube, because another struggle. But we are still standing. Yes. So 7 years on YouTube, and I'm so happy. I'm so grateful to actually be doing something that I really love. There's something about doing something that you love that fuels you, even though you're so very broke. I mean, I'm not broke, but you know what I mean. So coming from career, like the update on looking for a job, right? Going to finances. And then now in January, we're in January. January is a hard season, hard month. But did I not see this coming? I did not see this coming. Now in January, I'm looking back and I'm like, I wish I took those jobs. Because what if not, like, what if I don't get a lot of clients? What if I don't get a lot of coaching clients? What will I be doing with my life? But I think at coming to January and seeing how the finances has been trembling, because I've been using lots of my savings that I really came with from it's also a place where it's actually to jumpstart my engine of really going hard in the business area where I'm talking to people, I'm doing a lot of engagement, networking, and all that type of thing as a business owner. But funny thing though, when you are networking, you also need a certain level of energy. You also need a realistic, you realistically, you need to also, there's a lot of factors that are involved, but I believe I can do something with it. I believe I can do something. And at least, hopefully, if 2025 is the year that I could uh, maybe go full time content creation and coaching, that could be the year. Obviously, I'm just going to put in the effort. If the results are not coming out, I will try to still look for a job. That's what is that's the plan. That is the plan. So I spoke on the job. I spoke on the finance. The finance are trembling, but we're still standing. We're still able to keep the lights on. And then now let's go to the title of the video, Getting Married. Getting married. I finally found the love of my life. Ah! Jokes aside, coming back home, I have very funny stories of dating. Like one time I went on a date. I met the person on Facebook. Like they texted me like, "You're so cool. You have great energy. I feel you, girl. Let's meet up for coffee." And then funny thing, I got in the to the cave. I went to the location of meeting up, right? And this guy did not show up. He just decided to tell me that he's busy. Apparently, I don't have enough money to show up. Sorry, I could have told you earlier, but I'm like, what? So dating has been a roller coaster of meeting great people and also just interestingly, like, just enjoying life, sometimes we don't need to be rigid. We don't have to be so hard. We just need to flow with life. Sometimes you need to go with the flow. And that's what I've been doing, dating. But this is not to say the title of the video is not misleading. It's just to say this is just an iceberg. It's the journey to getting married. You know what I mean? Because at least God, please send the husband. 2025, please God, I beg, send the husband, so that my online fans will be happy. And then I can be like, guys, look at this, look. Anyways, that's the update on dating. It's to say I've been intentionally dating, like going with the flow and just meeting different people and talk to different people. That's the update on getting married. Now, moving swiftly on to friendship. Actually, I decided to stop committing to friendship because I've been on a roller coaster of investing on friendship. Me, I'm that go hard friend who will say, what is the feeling that you're feeling that I can help you feel better? But I also feel like I want friends who are really able to invest in me. And so these days I'm just like, let's focus on the business. So on friendship, I really have not been an intentional friend in 2024, just because also like navigating life, relocating and all that. But I still have really great friends that I've decided to stay in touch with because they really made me feel a certain way. But there are some other friends that I just had to let go because life is just not what life is just hard. You need just to choose what you can eat, what you can throw away. And some friends, I'm still looking forward. It's the mosquitoes. I'm still looking forward, maybe connecting or something. I don't know. But as a friend, I've not been a good friend. That's what I can say proudly. Anyways, moving from career, finance, relationships, friendship, what other pillar? Okay, spiritually, how am I doing? Spiritually, I am doing amazing, though I've not been going to church. Sometimes I go to church, but sometimes I just feel like, okay, church is a place where we can go and worship, but also it's a place where there's so much tradition and life is fluctuating, life is changing, and there's not so much improvement when it comes to church organizations. They are kind of giving the same atmosphere. It's not really encouraging of evolution and change. So sometimes I go to church and sometimes I just don't, but I'm still a very much strong Christian who believes that I have a creator. I have the mighty God that protects me and keeps me safe and all that. So that is the update on spirituality, my spiritual life. And another thing is, I think it's another pillar is about education. Education wise, I've decided to take a break from studying, but 2025, I decided that I'm going to apply to 100 opportunities. If you want to apply 100 opportunity. Let me know in the comment section. Maybe we can do that challenge together. I want to apply to 100 opportunities, but maybe mostly I will be doing short courses, or finally maybe registering to become a lawyer, because I love law, I love people, I love social sciences, and I want one day to actually have a bachelor's in law, whatever, like whatever. It's not to practice it, but it's just to know, because a lot of decisions as a business owner, I will need to do it from perspective that, I mean, you need to make a very calculated, sometimes in business you need to do calculated decisions. So what I want to study is, I want to study business, I want to study law, I want to study psychology. Those are my three areas of interest, and someday, somehow, I will do those courses. So this year, maybe I will start with maybe I'll start with business. I've already a certification in business development, but I want to do maybe a master's in business or something. I think that would be easy to do, a master in business administration. I think that would be easy. I'll hopefully do that. But what I'm putting forward is applying to 100 opportunities this year, and whatever result comes out, I don't know. We just give it to God's hands, we give everything in God's hands. Okay, education. Any other pillar of life? I spoke on my Christianity, I spoke on education. I really forgot, but I think I spoke on career, I spoke on finance, I spoke on education, I spoke on like relationship, I spoke on friends. Maybe I should speak on family. Like family wise, this year at 2024, I've also been really reluctant to importing a lot of family members, especially outside, because of the fact that sometimes it's a lot of work. I think I've been doing more solitude, it's more like personal life. I've been like a cherry on the cake more than ever. But it's not to say I don't love my family. I love my family. I'm still very much in touch, but I'm just like, okay, you know? And also just because what I want to create, I want to have a very functional business. And let me tell you, creating a business is nothing really easy at all. Like it's not easy. You'll have to answer to people in the middle of the night. You have to talk to people. You have to have ideas. You have to show up. You have to wake up, and all this require energy. And on top of that energy, again, to give to family, friends, relationships. Like it's a lot. I can only do so much as a human being. So that's where I'm at in life. But let's conclude. The conclusion is, I feel it's harder to make it work in Africa, but I feel it's really it is possible. It is possible. And whether it's going to be slower, because it's going to be slower than doing it anywhere else. But as my business is coaching and creativity, the secret is, I'll have to really I want to impact lives. Impacting lives is this is my selling point, impacting lives. So I'm looking forward to able to get in touch with the community, work together with organizations, collaborate, offer services. And I think so far, the few people that have paid for my service, they're actually very encouraging, because that gives me a light inside me to say that I can do this, I can do this. As a business owner, when someone pays for your service, you start feeling like you can do this, and you're like, OMG, I can do this. Like, somebody literally paid for my service. Like, I can do this. I'm just like, I do know I can, but people need to pay for your service. Otherwise, you will just be like a business in your mind, business owner in your mind. Anyways, that's literally the update. There's so much though. There's so much. This is just the tips of an iceberg. Yeah. And living in the village, oh, that's beautiful. I love it. I love the freedom. I love the freedom of walking down the street, and also just the fact that I love everything. At the moment, I'm enjoying, you know? Yeah. But apart from me wanting to have a very rigid, a strict kind of routine of like waking up early, running, reading, and having an office. Those are all the plans in front, but hopefully God will make a way. Whatever way He will make, we will take it with all both hands. And if that doesn't work out, we're going to go back to employment. We're going to be employed. Go to the offices. Look for a job. Yeah, but I think working from home will make sense for me. Yeah. that's the update. I hope you guys love this life update. And no, I'm not getting married, but when I get that ring, you guys will be the first to know. So don't worry. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for showing up here. Thank you for your continuous support. It's hot, it's rainy, it's everything, but it's the life that you chose. You need to live your life. The life that you choose, live it. Live it. Yeah. But I've not given you guys a whole update. I've even at one point became a nanny, like for a while. But I loved my nanny job though. It was so nice. Like, yeah, guys, enough for rambling. Thank you. I love you guys. I hope you guys will be rocking with me. In fact, the next couple of videos, I want to actually start a segment where I'm talking about how can you set up a business, like business oriented content. I don't know if you guys are interested in that, or let me know in the comment section what type of content you want me to actually upload next. I will make that video if you let me know in the comment section. And also, I'm traveling to different towns in Namibia across in the first 4 months of 2025. So also, that's a plan. And there's so much, guys. There's so much. Otherwise, join the book club. I'll share the information in the comment section. Join the book club. Join the running club. Join the smart finance club. All of those clubs are available to actually help you have a transformative 2025. Until my next video, stay humble, stay positive, and work hard towards your goals. And bye.